Good morning. Welcome to the online class. This is economics part, ninth social economics part. Already I started the lesson from the third chapter, money and credit. The money and credit I have completed the last class. The topics: the role of the Reserve Bank of India, relationship between money and price, credit. All that I have completed the last class and gave all the answers from this chapter. You might have learned that answers, I hope. Today we are going to start the next chapter from economics part. That is fourth chapter, agriculture in Tamilnadu. Agriculture in Tamilnadu. This lesson says about agriculture in Tamilnadu. Actually, our country, India, is an agriculture country. Before independence, after independence. At the time of independence, 80% of the people were doing the agriculture in India. Even Tamil Nadu also, most of the people used to do the agriculture work. Now, the agriculture land is reduced. Agriculture land is reduced because people are not ready to do the agriculture work because they are facing some problems in the production, agriculture production, and not getting good yield, not getting profit, and drought, famine. Due to all these reasons, not ready to do the agriculture work, they are shifted from many people from the villages to cities, towns and cities, and they are doing the working in the industries. That also one of the reason. Even after the 40 years of independence, Tamil Nadu depend on agriculture. Even now also depending on agriculture, food is important. Okay. It has been noticed that the number of farmers Tamil Nadu has got reduced during the last 10 years. According to the census, 2000 census will be taken once in 10 years. 2001 they have done the census. After 10 years, 2011 also they have done the census. Between these two census, much difference we can find in the Tamil Nadu agriculture. That is showed in this paragraph. The number of agriculture workers also reduced during the same period. The agriculture field workers also reduced. People who are doing the agriculture, number of people doing the agriculture also reduced. According to 2001 census, 49.3% out of total population workers were involved in agriculture. The percentage reduced to 42%. 49 to 40. 2011 census, it is reduced from 49 to 42%. Next, in 2011, there were 3 crore 29 lakh workers in Tamil Nadu, of which 96 lakh were agriculture workers. In 2011, nearly 55% of women were involving. Now, the agriculture, not only men, even women also involved. Not only in agriculture, in every field, male and female are involving every work, especially in the agriculture work. According to the census of 2011, 55% of the women also involved in agriculture, 35% men, whereas nearly 1/3, that is 35.3% male population was involving agriculture. 55% female and 35% male population involved in agriculture. This is given in the introduction part. sectors of people involved in agriculture activities. Major part of the people who involved in agriculture were landless people, landless workers. In Tamil Nadu or India, all the people are not having the land. Landless people also, people who are not possessing the land also, they were known as the landless people. They are working in the agriculture land. The landless people working in the agriculture land. They are landless laborers. They were known as landless laborers. People who are working in the agricultural land, but they are not having the land. They are known as the landless laborers. All the landholders do not have the same amount of land. People who are possessing the land not having the same amount of land. Same amount of land. Somebody will be having 1 acre, 2 acre, 3 acre, 5 acre, 100 acre also will be having. Even the land, even 1 acre, not less than 1 acre, who is having, those people also there. Many have very little land and very few people hold large areas of land. Very few people only having large areas of land. Others, most of them having, many are landless people. Very little people are having, very few people are having the very little land. Like this, different types are there. During 2015 to 16, there were 79,38,000 cultivators in Tamil Nadu, but 5 years earlier there was 81,08,000 cultivators. There was a reduction of 1,80,000 cultivators in these 5 years. There were year by year the agriculture workers are reducing. The area under cultivation also reduced. Not only the workers who are working in the agricultural land reduced, even the cultivable areas cultivation also reduced. Many people are moved from the villages to towns to work in the industries. That is the main reason. That is due to the failure of the rainfall. If the heavy rainfall is there, means they used to grow more crops. The area of cultivable land also increases. If there is no rainfall, they will not cultivate the land. Most of the cultivators in Tamil Nadu are micro farmers. Micro farmers means land who are possessing land less than 1 hectare. Less than 1 hectare. They are known as the micro farmers who cultivate an area less than 1 hectare. 1 hectare. Micro farmers account to around 78% of the total cultivators. In Tamil Nadu, nearly 78% of the cultivators are micro farmers. People possessing the land less than 1 hectare. Well, the area cultivated by these micro farmers, just 36%. 36% small farmers. Small farmers means farmers who are possessing 1 hectare of land. Small farmers. Cultivating 1 to 2 hectares of land cover 14%. 14% of the people cultivating the land, they were the small farmers. They are possessing the land 1 to 2 hectares of land. They are these small farmers cultivating nearly 26% of the land in Tamil Nadu. Micro farmers about 78% of the total cultivators in Tamil Nadu, but the small farmers who are possessing the land 1 to 2 hectares of land in Tamil Nadu, about land cover 14% of Tamil Nadu, that is 26% of the land is cultivated by them. Cultivated scheduled caste farmers only 1% in Tamil Nadu. Nearly 96% of this 1% are small micro farmers. Less than small very 1% of the people, very small micro farmers. Total land area under agriculture is shrinking fast, not only in Tamil Nadu but also in throughout India. Year by year, the cultivable land area is reducing because of that land. Agricultural land is used for many other purposes. But they are constructing buildings, they are making plot and selling to construct the buildings, and so many making some institutions in the cultivable land. Like this, various purpose nowadays they are using the agriculture land. So the agriculture land is shrinking fast, not only in Tamil Nadu but every part throughout India. The number of marginal farmers, marginal farmers means small farmers. The number of marginal farmers has increased in India. It contrasts the number of marginal farmers decreasing in Tamil Nadu. The marginal farmers are decreasing in Tamil Nadu, but totally throughout India it is increasing. Then types of land usages. The total geographical area of Tamil Nadu is 1 crore 30 lakhs and 33,000. Total Tamil Nadu, the land area. The land area of Tamil Nadu is 1 crore 30 lakh and 33,000 hectares. Out of this, 1/3 of the land is used for agriculture. Out of this total area, only 1/3 of, that is 45 lakhs 44,000 hectare land is used for agriculture. That is 1/3 of the total land area of Tamil Nadu. 17% of the land is used for non-agriculture use. Other purpose, they are using the land in Tamil Nadu, that is 17%. Nearly 17% means nearly the same size, 2,125,000 hectares of land are forest. Forest area is there, barren land is there, total uncultivable land is there. Like this, the various types are there in Tamil Nadu. The land, 1/10 of the land is barren land. In Tamil Nadu, barren, that is not used. That land is not used so far. Other fallow land are 13%. So nearly 1/4 of the land is barren. We have to be concerned of the increasing size of the barren land. That land also must be converted to usable land. Grazing land and cash crops occupy slightly more than 5% of the total land area. So grazing land, only for grazing purpose, animals are used. This grazing land, cash crops, some of the land is used for growing the cash crops. Cash crops, coconut, cotton, these are all some of the cash crops, sugarcane. These crops are grown in these areas. Some of the areas are used for growing the cash crops. The size of the total cropping land in Tamil Nadu is 4,544,000 hectares, and this keeps on changing every year. The cultivable cropping land is changing every year due to the failure of the rainfall. Due to the heavy rainfall means that land, cultivable land will increase. Low rainfall means the cultivable land will be reduced. Sufficient rains at the proper period will increase this extent of land. Failure or shortage of rainfall leads to the reduction of land usage for cultivation. A small part of this area gives a chance to crop more than once in a year. more rainfall, heavy rainfall means the crop they grow more than one time, 2 or 3 times in a year. That fertile land, that is the deltas of Kaveri, deltas and all, they are growing the crops 3 times in a year. That is Tanjore areas and all. This land extent was 9 lakh hectares in next year, but was reduced to 6 lakh hectares due to the lack of rainfall. Lack of rainfall, low rainfall, that reduced the cultivable land, reduced the area of cultivable land. Then 2012 to 13, out of the total cultivated land, nearly 72% is used for food crops and the remaining for non-food crops. Some of the food crops and non-food crops are grown in India. Some crops they are growing that is used for food, and some crops they are growing that is not used for food, that is non-food crops. Food crops and non-food crops are grown in Tamilnadu. Okay, we'll mark some of the answers, some of the one words now. Remaining we'll see the next class. Choose the correct answer. First one, irrigated land surface out of cultivable land is 57%. 57% of the land is irrigated land. Second one, out of the following which is not a food crop? Bajra, Rai, maize are food crop. Non-food crop, coconut. Here mentioned coconut is a non-food crop. The productivity of paddy during the year 2014 and 2015 is 4,429 kg. 4,429 kg, that is option B. Fourth one, both agricultural productivity and food productivity has increased. Production of agriculture goods and food production all increase because population increases. Some scientific methods and all they are adapted. Though the land size of the land is reduced, that production is increased. Production is increased. D option. Answer is increased. Northeast monsoon period is in Tamilnadu. Now the northeast monsoon season, the rain and cyclone takes place in Tamilnadu. That is during October to December. October to December, northeast monsoon period in Tamilnadu. That is C option. Fill in the blanks. The major occupation of people in Tamilnadu is agriculture. You can see the spelling in the book. Agriculture is the answer. Tamilnadu receives rainfall all from the northeast monsoon. Most of the part of Tamil Nadu receives rainfall from northeast monsoon. This is the northeast monsoon season. This season only our state Tamil Nadu receives more rainfall, heavy rainfall and lashing in almost all the parts of Tamil Nadu. Here little less, but other parts of Tamil Nadu during this monsoon season, that is northeast monsoon season only, gets more rainfall. So Tamil Nadu receives rainfall all from the northeast monsoon. The total geographical area of Tamil Nadu is 1,30,33,000. Third, fill in the blanks. You can write it there. The total geographical area of Tamil Nadu is 1,30,33,000. Answer. Then match the following. Match the following. First one, non-food crops. Non-food crops. Coconut and channa is the non-food crops. Dal. Urad dal, tur dal, that is given. Urad dal and tur dal, that is dal. Northeast monsoon that October to December, that is the northeast monsoon season. Small farmers, less than 1 hectare of cultivable land, farmers who possess less than 1 hectare of cultivable land, known as small farmers. Number of farmers in 2015 to 2016, that is 79,38,000. Number of farmers in 2015 to 2016 is 79,38,000. All these answers which all I marked. You have to learn all these one words I have marked. All the one words you learn. This is a homework. That is, choose the correct answer, fill in the blanks and match the following. Okay, thank you.